New extension to the runway at London City Airport. It means that jets can use the airport for the first time. Managers hope the jets will allow the airport to make a profit. Stephen Gardner reports.
Known as the Whisper Jet, the BAE 146 has arrived at Docklands City Airport just in time. With its promise of opening up such cities as Stockholm and Zurich to the London businessmen, it's hoped the aircraft can rejuvenate the fortunes of this airport, which since opening back in 1987 has lost around £11 million. Originally, the management put their trust in the Dash 7 turboprop, which was given exclusive landing rights because of its short takeoff and comparative quietness. But passengers complained the advantages gained on the ground were lost in the air because of its slowness and limited range. The need to introduce jets was recognised by the government when a public inquiry last year agreed to change the design of the proposed East London River crossing to accommodate their lower flight paths. Today's royal opening of the extended runway by the Princess of Wales is the final episode in an upgrading package that allows for a 21% increase in takeoffs and landings and adds an hour to the airport's daily operating schedule.
By extending the runway and making it possible for an entire new family of aircraft to come in here, we give all of the business travellers in Europe an opportunity to reach greater and more numerous destinations.
The extended runway is crucial to the whole principle of Docklands being the eastern link into London, and London maintaining its position as the premier city in the whole commercial centre for Europe.
As soon as the airport had actually opened, it became rapidly very, very clear indeed that it was not going to get by without having jet operations. I do think actually that they'd always hoped that they could get jets into that airport. They hoped that they would be able to put turboprops in there, make sure that the locals realised that having an airport locally was not going to be bad at all, and then put the jets in.
But whilst the airport celebrates a new lease of life, many of the locals believe they've been let down by those who promised that noise and disruption would be kept to a minimum.
This part of the runway, this end, they'd practically finished it before the inquiry was finished anyway.
I think it's a bit frightening right on top of the houses, don't you, really?
I heard it on the telly this afternoon that the jets go a little bit further than the planes would do, but surely you've got enough airports around London to go to if you want to go out to far places.
When they tried the Whisper jets out originally, there was just the pilots, the co-pilots on board basically. So there was no weight to the jets, so it was nice and quiet. Full load, passengers, luggage, you can tell the difference.
With only 25 days to go before the start of regular jet services here in Docklands, the feeling is that it's only a question of time before the other operators join the two airlines who've already signed up to operate the 146. Although this morning's royal visit was officially described as a relaunch of the airport, most accept that the extended runway and the arrival of jets will either make or break the
airport took off into a new era today as the Princess of Wales flew in to open a £7 million runway extension. The expansion will allow jet aircraft to land, opening up new routes into Europe from the struggling Docklands airport, which has lost £11 million.
Today's royal visit was the start of a new dawn for London City. The Princess of Wales flew in to open a 600-feet extension to the runway, which will allow bigger planes to use the airport and pave the way for new destinations.
With this new family of aircraft and new destinations, we'll be able to attract a great many more passengers. And that really means that within a year or so, we'll be breaking even and very quickly into profit.
These British Aerospace 146s are the only jets allowed into London City. For aerospace, that couldn't be more significant. As the airport expands, they hope for new orders, and that will secure jobs in the southeast.
And